Now I've been cooking soup all day. I'm getting tired. Hello. Hello, you bastards. I know MGTOW Outlaw is live streaming right now, but he doesn't even give me the time of day. He's that kind of bitch. Oh my Dr. Christina Hoff Sommers, an old school, well, I guess we could do this for a bit. Hmm. Nah, you can find MGTOW Outlaw on the YouTubes. All right, where's Christina? All right, here we go. Ready?
So male teachers are just disappearing.
Mhm.
Increasingly, it's a female environment. I even once had
Because all people accuse men of being PETA. Can't even say the word because YouTube. I didn't say that. I said Depioya. Why do you think they wanted to get men out of the teaching profession? Use your brain just a little bit. Why do you think that is? Well, why do you think we have female professors in elementary schools telling kids they did the wrong thing? Do you think a man would tell them that? Well, these days, you think an old school teacher, some of my best teachers were women. I loved them. They were great. I had a couple of teachers that were male, and they were great as well. But there are no males in elementary education. Do you think it was a goal of him?
Had a superintendent of schools in the Detroit area call me and say that most of her teachers, she was talking about elementary school classrooms, but she said the classrooms are so girly and flowery, and
they're so girly. Oh my God. It's just, oh my God, the evil. Why does Christina Hoff Sommers hate women? That would be my first question. Oh my God, no way. Go on.
She sort of wondered if boys feel like they don't really belong there, couldn't she do something? And they were asking me about, how they could change the classroom. But, and I think any good teacher, might have that instinct, but that's not something that will be supported in the literature. It won't be supported in the schools of education, that boys and girls, might prefer, might be better if you had some rocket ships or, I don't know, dangerous animals or spiders or
Yeah. Little boys like to go out and eat worms and climb on fucking gyms and, rough and tumble, play some football, give each other shit. My dick's bigger than your dick, even when you're in fourth grade. You know what I'm saying. But that's not what we want because we have the feminism teaching our kids. We don't need that kind of trouble. We want just people and children to be passive, not aggressive. Sit in your chair and do what you're told. And who is better at that? Who is better than that? Just say it.
Something. But the classrooms, the content of what they read.
And so naturally, the classrooms full of women want to run their classrooms like everyone is a woman. I know. It's crazy shit. Who would ever thought?
Read, even the way they write. There's one expert on child and how children learn to read and write and so forth. And he said that the model that in the classroom is that the model now is a confessional poet. So increasingly kids are given the assignment to reach down inside themselves, talk about what they felt and how, and this would be torture for many boys.
And it was torture for the hamster. Duh. Oh, my kindergarten teacher didn't like me very much, and so they put me on Adderall or whatever back in 1969. It's a true story. Not kidding.
And I'll just tell a quick story.
And what they found out was that little hamster was just fucking bored. They gave little hamster more shit to do. Hey, do this, do that. Learn this and learn that. And little hamster calmed down. Oh my God. What an amazing fucking story.
This was years ago when my son was a senior. His graduating class, high school, this was in the summer. They took a camping trip.
Yeah.
And he really had a great time. But at one point, a visiting creative writing teacher came. And this was in the desert. And they said, okay, go out. And she told all the students in his class, go into the distance. And it was dusk. And here's a candle and some matches and pencil and a notebook. And discover yourselves. And as he described it, the girls cooperated.
Look who's here. Moon. Hey, Moon. Good to see you. One of the few females that show up on this channel, and I really appreciate you. Thank you. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Happy weekend.
Rated and went out, wrote their deep feelings about the stark loneliness of the desert. I don't know.
Jesus.
And the boys, completely bewildered by the assignment.
And Moon, you being a woman, did you? You were a girl in elementary school. Did you get this stuff? Tell us about your feelings. Write down in your journal. Oh my God, how the evil man oppress you. Oh, Jesus fucking A. Oh God. Oh God.
I'm gathered in a circle over outside the teacher's view, threw all the notebooks into a pile, lit a match, and made a bonfire.
Yeah, well, whatever boys have to say, we don't give a shit. Don't we know this?
It's exactly
Joel Syme is in the house. Oh my God, Joel, good to see you. Welcome to the show.
I was thinking it was going to be.
And I felt sorry for the creative writing teacher, but it was a summer school, and these were not bad kids.
I like his glasses, though. They look hot. How you doing? How you doing?
I mean, but they were just, what are they going to do? And I thought there were so many assignments you might give, but this, and I'm not saying aren't some boys that would flourish with, such an assignment, but as it happened.
Hey, AC, good to see you. Hello.
The girls liked it and the boys didn't, and they got in trouble for it. And he said that one of the teachers was worried that they were like proto-arsonists, or that this was toxic.
Yeah, I think we're all tired of that shit, Joel. We created an educational system that favors girls because, of course, girls were behind. And what we've done is dumbed down boys. 1/2 of the fucking population. Now, there's nothing against bringing up girls, but there's everything about bringing down boys. Shut up, take your Adderall or your fucking Ritalin and shut the fuck up, because girl teachers don't want to deal with that. Not all girl teachers, obviously. There are some great ones. Everybody knows that. I don't even have to say it, but you know what we're talking about. The purple-haired freak shows trying to indoctrinate our children into getting their you know what I'm saying.
Toxic masculinity. Aha. So teachers are they hear a lot about that, and they might think some innocent thing that boys just will do that used to be understood, but might not readily be categorized as dangerous.
But it's evil. It's evil.
Not to be tolerated. So this is what I mean when I just say the classrooms become a little oppressive. And
the estimated number of men that will be diagnosed with prostate cancer this year could fill up about 15 arenas.
There we go.
I remember one wonderful man in Texas actually was looking at the dropout rates of Hispanic boys.
Hamster is a simp. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're right, AC. Destroy me, dox me, and do it.
Because Hispanic girls are just flourishing in school, and now an Hispanic girl is more likely to go to college than a
how you doing? You know what I'm
saying? The question is, what do you do for the Hispanic boys? And he told me that he interviewed boy, and he said,
Zero.
Hispanic boy, why did you leave school? He dropped out of high school. And the young man said, well, I just thought nobody wanted me there.
Yep. And he wasn't wrong. They don't want to deal with boys because they're rambunctious. They're a little bit, oh my God, they're just so, they have to, and so you got 95%, 95% of elementary school teachers are women, and they don't want to deal with those rambunctious boys. But interesting, that's how boys learn. No, but it's the evil patriarchy. Yeah, whatever.
And
right.
I just
Got
thought
it.
about that. Just the very, how many kids are we losing?
Yeah.
Because no one takes an interest, and they're not doing that well. They don't really understand what it is expected of them. There's just this aura of disapproval, and we can do better. And other societies and other.
Yeah, Joel's getting spun up over here. Don't worry about it, man. You've made it this far. You can get over this bullshit. Yeah, I did. I went to Catholic school for 4 years. Yeah. The whole, and you know, Catholic school. That's the way that goes.
Other countries, English-speaking countries, have the same problem with boys, and they're desperately looking for solutions. The British are constantly setting up commissions and doing reports and things of trying to address the problem of male underperformance. We do nothing. There's nothing. You look in.
All right, Moon comes in. What does she have to say? Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Don't remember much from grade school. Most of my teachers didn't care for the troublemakers. School was more about memorizing. Yeah. Well, I think you were a younger woman, so yeah. But I mean, it wasn't that different back in the 60s to some degree, but it's kind of gotten crazy here lately. It seems, anyway, what I've read. Go ahead.
Vein in the Department of Education, in any school of education. I'm just not aware. There are many individuals who care a lot and are talking about.
But I mean, some memorizing, Moon, was pretty good, like the multiplication tables, all that stuff. But I understand what you mean. Just rote delivery of what we told you. We fed you vomit and toxic waste. And if you don't deliver this to us when we ask you to, you've got a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think so.
About it. And but you will not find, as far as I know, things can change. But so far, I am not aware of a school of education or even a department of education in any state or local government that's focused on the needs of boys. You can have programs for girls.
It's not the Department of Education. It is the indoctrination department. I mean, if you're going to college like Hillsdale College up in Michigan, might be all right,
but not for boys.
It's we've had Warren Farrell on the show and talked about with him the boy crisis, which in which he lays out all the ways in which I think it's like across more than 50 metric boys are not simply falling behind relative to girls, but they're falling behind in absolute terms they're
falling behind because they're forced to be falling behind. Nobody says a thing about boys. I mean, don't we as humans want everyone to succeed? I think so. I want girls, women to succeed, men to succeed, but there seems to be a little bit of a no, it's only the women.
Prior generations of boys.
Right.
And so it seems like there is a zero-sum philosophy at play here, where in order for girls to succeed, they are climbing to the top of a mountain that only has so much space. And it's
Raymond, you're not wrong, sir. You are not wrong. I understand your point.
Time for boys to fail. Do you think that that's a fair characterization of the ideology that's at play here?
Well, it's a zero-sum game, isn't it? if we want more women in the boardrooms, for example, or women in government, for example, or we want women in bed, necessarily there will be fewer men in those positions. So isn't that discrimination of some sort? No, it's not.
I don't think that most teachers think, well, I don't care if boys fail. Now it's girls' turn to shine. But I do think there are that philosophy of that it's a zero-sum game, that there's a battle between, you know, Venus and Mars, and we have to be on Team Venus. And,
Venus and Mars, yeah.
I mean, a classroom, first of all, I think you have to cater to all sorts of temperaments and learning styles. And as I said in the beginning, there are kids who defy the stereotypes of their sex, and there are girls who were bonfire builders, and there are boys who were creative writers. So a teacher should pay.
Absolutely. And you know what? When I was a kid, there was no problem with that. We didn't say, oh, you girls can't go build the bonfire, or you girls can't do this, or you can't girl. None of that. And it's not today. It might have happened 150 years ago, but not now. But that's what the feminists believe. Oh, well, women can't play soccer. Women can't. What are you talking about? Oh my God. Not Christina, but these other fucking
attention
weirdos.
To that, the sort of masculine, feminine in the conventional sense, and work both into the classroom. Have writing assignments and reading assignments that interest kids, just, you know, whatever their sort of area of interest and so forth may be. But I think we play very much to the more feminine side, the assignments. There was a friend of mine, Sandra Stotsky, who was an expert on content. She did content studies and social studies and literature. And she said she was looking at social studies texts in public schools and said, you would think that the West was settled by teenage girls traveling with their parents.
Oh my God. I don't know. When I was a kid, I liked to read about science fiction and like rocket ships and airplanes and cars and stuff like that. I guess that's not on the agenda. Today, we got to read about, oh, flowers. How are you feeling? Oh my God.
You know, a teenage girl traveling with their parents. It's sort of, they edited out military history. They edited out, you know, tales, amazing stories that would interest anybody, but especially boys, about, you know, World War II and World War II triumphs and militaries.
Yeah, Joel Symes says, we got to have a shop to build us some small blocks. God damn it, that's the way it is, right? That's the way men work. And these new crop of teachers have no idea. Oh, but you should be reading Emily Bronte or something. It's like, no, we want to go rebuild engines and fucking, you know, jump off of trees and shit. They don't care about men. And it's not by accident, guys. It's not by accident. Okay, let's go back to
adventures and so forth, edited out of the system.
Oh, a commercial. Holy shit.
Why did all of our savings go to Buckaroo bull riding?
That wasn't me. Was it you?
Look at me, Frank. Do I ride bulls?
Well, I mean, you might have. I mean, think.
Frank?
How you doing? All right. Go ahead.
The challenge as a father of a son is that we only have so much that we can do for them, but we put them into school. And then as they get older, they go out into the culture through media, through their friends, and they're just bombarded by messages. And I've done everything in my power to try to protect my son's.
Exactly, Kevin. Go out and do man shit. You know, build engines and scrape your knees and climb trees and, you know, jump into creeks when you shouldn't, all that stuff. Girls don't do that. They're like, oh my God, no, I want to be in a safe spot. I'm going to cook dinner, but yet cooking dinner is depression. I mean, God, oh my, stop it.
Belief in himself as someone that is good as opposed to a problem.
No, I think I can kind of feel the room. When Moon comes in here, Moon's a woman. She doesn't believe any of this bullshit. She's all over this stuff. It's like, yeah, Moon, yeah, that I see this. Yeah. We've been talking about it for a long time. She gets it. So that's why I appreciate her coming here. And you guys. Hope you're enjoying the show.
That has often involved pulling him out of schools. Like, again, when I was reading your book, I had pulled him out of a school where he would routinely be told that boys are bad. Like, quite literally to his, like, oh, the boys are a problem. That they would have guest speakers that would talk about toxic masculinity.
Right.
And
it's not just AWOL though, JR. It is all the governments against men. Little boys. They want to prop up the women. And as I've said, that's great. Let the women do their thing. But boys are not women. They're not girls. We're different. And I think there's a totally different type of education that should be involved here with boys and girls. Just that simple. It's not, oh, you hate women. No, I don't. I just want them to have their thing and men, little boys to have theirs. No. No, we can't have that now.
There's a kind of like
and that's because the communists think men and women are the same, identical, tabula rasa, all that shit. It's the society. It's, oh God, it's such fucking nonsense.
Guilt of the father is before.
You ever been with a young boy, young man, right? 6, 7-year-old kids, boys. You know what they want to do? They want to fucking shoot at each other and jump out of trees. And they want to do stupid shit, eat worms and fall down and fight. Girls don't want to do that. Why can't we have an educational system that will support the better parts of that with young boys? They don't fucking care. It's part of the system that they want to impose.
Is befallen on the son thing that seems to be going on. It's like, my son.
Well, yeah, think about it. So you have
girls and boys are not the same. Have I said it enough? We're different. And God bless the difference, but we're not the same. You can't get a bunch of 5 and 6 and 7-year-old boys sitting in a classroom and reading fucking Shakespeare. They want to go out and do shit. And women are like, oh my God, why do you want to do that? Then when they're 14, it's like, oh yeah, you like to do that, huh?
Many boys, by the way, growing up without fathers.
Exactly. Play with cars and trucks. Go out and get dirty, get muddy. That's what boys like to do. I know. It's excuse me, women. Boys are not girls. Mr. Hemi 4-speed. When you were a kid, Mr. Hemi, you just wanted to sit around and read Shakespeare and some Frenchy shit up there in Canada. You didn't want to get out there and fix a car or hang with your buddies and play baseball and give each other shit. Or jump in a creek or walk on some ice on a creek and, well, I might fall in, but fuck it, man, I'm going for it, right? Greg Furness is here. Hello. This itch is still haunting. Yeah, barely. Yeah. A little bit. All right, go ahead.
Yes.
Who then go to school, no male teachers. And you would think that the educational system would say, well, boys.
I mean, I like Shakespeare, but, in the context of, a young man, 6 or 7 years old, they're going to read Shakespeare. They want to go out and fucking fry worms and shit and ants with microchips. We've all been there, boys, men. We've all been there.
Need positive male role models. What better way than to have more male teachers? And there would be a national campaign to attract more men into teaching.
Yeah. Yeah, except the only thing that matters is if women are in a deficit in some area. Dr. Christina knows goddamn good and well 95% of elementary teachers are women. The feminists never talk about that, do they? We should have an equal opportunity. And no, 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 no. Oh, no.
When we saw disparities in the sciences, massive efforts to get more women into sciences, and effective. Yep. I mean, many more girls and young women are going into the sciences. Why didn't we do that, or why don't we do that for young men to interest them in teaching?
Because the fembots don't want that. Why is it that 95% of engineers are men? That's the problem. Oh, but 95% of elementary school teachers are women. Not a problem. It's oppression. God, Jesus Christ.
And then there's a further problem. Some boys have serious psychological problems. Not the majority. Mm-hmm. The majority of males are not mentally imbalanced, but some boys are. They need psychological or psychiatric.
I mean, Joel, it's not it's not a bad idea to get educated in literature. I mean, it's good. Any education you get is going to add to your mind, right? It's going to give you maybe a different perspective or just something good. I mean, when I was in college, read all these books about fucking bullshit. Some of them were actually good. It wasn't just that. But we're not talking about college. That's a free will thing. Elementary school is not. But go ahead.
Help. Increasingly, the world of psychology is female. So if you need help, you go to a therapist and you're a little boy, you're at home with a mother. There's no father. Often there are boys that grow up without a father.
That same thing happened to me in real life. 1972. Go to the therapist because your little boy is too fucking aggressive and all this shit. And it's like, oh God. I look back now, it's like, what was my mother thinking? But we went there. And they didn't even know how to handle boys back then. It's
certainly didn't seem very
crazy.
much. Then you're in a school, and then you're a psychologist as a woman. And these theories about male toxicity and having to overcome this patriarchal oppressive culture, these have penetrated the American Psychological Association, psychology programs. And so if you had to seek help for a little boy, not only do you have to be careful that your teacher, you have to make sure she likes boys, and typically it will be a she, and a psychologist would be the same. I would ask a lot of questions and make sure they're not
you evil bastard
captive to some angry theory about pathological masculinity.
Oh, mystery
and by the
man.
way,
Oh,
there is
no.
such a thing as pathological
They're
masculinity. Tiny percentage of males are dangerously violent and predatory. But that's not normal masculinity. The normal man is quite the opposite. They don't prey on weaker people. They protect them. They don't.
We love women and we would never harm them. But of course, the feminists, they have the, oh my God, all men are predators and all men are. It's horseshit. It is horseshit. I have never known any man in my life, 60 years, come on, that said, hey, let's go out and R-word some women tonight. Never. We treat women with respect. We treat them like the queens that they think they are. Now, of course, we're trying to get laid, but you know what I'm saying. And when they make that decision to fuck us, of course, it's all our fucking God damn. Oh my God. All right, hold on. One more. Elon Musk And the what? How do you say it? The Madam Prime Minister of Italy, Giorgi Moroni. Yeah. Moroni. There we go. Let's see here. Images, news. Okay. Oh, Moroni, I guess, is the see. That's the Mormon thing. Oh, okay. Georgia. How's it spelled? Georgia Moroni. Now the Italian lady. There we go. All right. Look at this. You look at this shit.
Hey, it's Ruben Gallego, your favorite U.S. Senate candidate.
God.
We need you to rush $5 donation to us to help us out. Donald Trump and Carrie Lake have committed to.
How about no? How about no? Go away, yes. Yeah. All right, here we go. Watch this. Yeah, these two are going. They're going out. They're going. Look at these. Look at the eyes here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I saw some pictures where Elon Musk got good looking suddenly. I don't know how that happened. He's not a bad looking guy, but he's also like a $500 billion. Wake up. All right. I mean, if they're not fucking yet, they're going to be fucking soon. That's what I'm saying. Giorgia Meloni, Prime Minister of Italy. Look at this. There we go. I mean, it seems appropriate, doesn't it? Oh, did we get whacked? We probably got whacked. Anyway, you get the point. Yep. They's in love, boys. They's in love. All right. Let's see if I can find the. There it is. All right, you fucks. Jay Neptune is here. Oh my God. Here we go. For work, I recently went to the boys' bathroom in elementary school. It reeks worse than porn. Yeah, I would imagine. Jimbo, good to see you. What do you have to say here? Yeah. School is an indoctrination center, and it's based on, I mean, I hate to say it, it's based on the Nazis. Yeah, my God. All right, guys. You guys take care. I will see you next time, probably tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the show. And if you want to like it, you could. That's fine. Where the hell am I? I don't even know where I am. Isn't it good to be alive? Yes. StreamYard Studio. All right, this is it. Is she married? I don't know. But she might be soon with Elon Musk because she's kind of a hottie. Look at her. You know, touching the face. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying? All right, boys. You have a wonderful night. I will talk to you tomorrow. And God bless. Don't forget. Jesus Christ, and you don't have to be religious, but Jesus loves you. Just like the rest of us, man. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.